Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Julia for High Value, and in today's video I want to answer a few questions that I received on my Instagram account, and I'm going to answer these questions very intuitively, but the main topic of all these different questions is taking ownership, taking responsibility, and being the creator of your reality. This person who asked the questions wants to stay anonymous, but I'm going to give you a few general information so that you can start to relate to where the questions are coming from. So it's a teenager reaching out, diagnosed on the Asperger's spectrum, but not really suffering from it, but suffering from some social circumstances that they're in. And they have found help in the information that I was sharing and wanted to ask for more specific answers. I think the answers, even if you're not in the exact same conditions, can be helpful for you to understand how to deal with social interactions, especially in circumstances where you feel like other people are suppressing you or other people are superior or more powerful than you. This is going to help you to understand that you can take responsibility and you can become more influent and more energetic, in a sense that you change your self-concept and you don't allow people to overstep your boundaries or to cross your boundaries. And I know that especially when you are young and developing yourself still, then this might be especially challenging, especially when you're dealing maybe with family members or friends that are not taking you seriously. So in this video, I'm going to help you clarify this and help you start to make your self-concept stronger so that you can stay connected with yourself and get yourself out of toxic environments, or at least develop the inner strength to not let them influence you so much, and know when to speak up and when it's better to stop giving your energy to the situations, because sometimes there's really no point in trying to speak up against someone who has their ears shut and who is not really willing to listen. You don't have to fight with those people. But let's jump into the questions from the start. And I'm going to answer all the questions that I received. There was a lot, so let's see. I'm gonna try to group them together so the video is not going to be too long. So the person started off sharing, and thank you so much for sharing your questions with me, and for letting other people be a part of your journey, even if it's anonymous. And the person started off sharing that sometimes other people make them feel less powerful, and they feel like other people are superior because they're on the Asperger's syndrome. First of all, I want to start by creating some awareness around mental illness and realizing that you have a choice of how much power you're giving to that label. Some of the people who are listening to this video might be diagnosed with something, whether this is depression or something else or another mental illness. I want you to realize that if somebody comes and diagnoses you, or if you go to someone to diagnose you, you can or cannot give your power away to that label. And depending on what you do with that label, you will create more symptoms, or you will start to heal, and you will start to shift yourself and empower yourself and start giving everything outside of you so much attention. I'm not saying that the diagnosis is wrong, that far from that, but I want you to realize that the labels in general, if you accept them, they have a way in which they're creating reality, because now you are forming your self-concept around the label that somebody else put on you. So I want you to realize that, yeah, you might have some symptoms that make you be diagnosed right now in a certain way, but if you do not give your power away to the current symptoms and you just see them for what they are, symptoms of the self-concept that you developed based on your past, then you can start to shift your reality. And in the future, you might not be diagnosed with that anymore, or this mental illness might not have any power over you. That's 100% possible, because we are creating our reality, and whatever treatment it is that you need right now might not be necessary in the future if you really work on yourself internally and you raise your consciousness so that you can start healing yourself. What I'm teaching here are maybe not necessarily something that someone who diagnoses you would teach you. So take whatever helps you on your journey. Be very responsible, but know that a label doesn't have to have power over you. You don't have to give your power away, and healing is totally possible for you, even if somebody diagnosed you with something and is telling you something else. So don't give your power away, take your power back. You are the creator of your reality, and you can change the circumstances in your life. You can heal your mind, you can heal your heart, you can heal yourself. You are powerful. You are so powerful. That being said, this person goes on sharing with me, and I'm just looking at my notes here sometimes because it's so much, that my family and other people make me feel, this quote unquote was meant for make me feel, like my behavior is stupid and annoying. So I want to start with a kind of advanced but yet very simple concept. Nobody can make you feel anything, because you are the creator of your reality, and I'm going to repeat this over and over again. You are the creator of your reality. You're creating your life experience based on the thoughts that you choose, based on your perspective, and based on which perspectives and beliefs you give power to. So if somebody comes into your life telling you that you're stupid and annoying, then first off, I want to validate it, because I understand that this is painful, especially if internally you believe it. I will also want to tell you that you don't have to believe it, because it's not true. You're not essentially stupid and annoying. There are just people in your life who have no patience because they are stressed out and they are not knowing how to deal with themselves, and then they make these quick judgments based on their conditioning, and maybe because that's what you're used to, you're giving them the power to judge you, you're giving them the credibility, but it's your choice still. So if anyone in your reality tells you something that you don't like, of course you can always check that I act in a way that I think is stupid or annoying, but ultimately in the long run you are totally capable of either changing your behavior or changing this perspective on yourself. So if you currently still buy into I'm stupid or I'm annoying, if you buy into those beliefs, which of course are painful and of course are not ultimately true, then it's your responsibility to remove yourself either from the people who are making this judgment about you, or if you can't remove yourself because you're maybe still living with your parents or family members, or you're in the same school as other people who are bullying you, then remove yourself internally and start to affirm to yourself that what these people are saying doesn't have any power over you, because it doesn't. And I know that sometimes I've experienced it myself. I was in circumstances that were very unpleasant and I didn't like the judgments that people were making about me. But by removing yourself, at least as a first step internally, and saying what this person says is not true, they are not happy with themselves and that's why they're bullying and blaming me, you can start to create some space for yourself. What I don't want you to do is to blame them back, even if it's just internally, because then you're still giving them the power, you're still focusing on them. It doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they think. Stop being so concerned with what everybody around you is saying and start creating your self-concept. Again, I know that this is not easy, especially if you're in circumstances, and that's what this person says, I'm with friends who are bullying me, who are talking against me. I know that it's not easy, but start to either fully remove you from that environment by physically stopping to meet those people, or if that's right now not possible for you, then start internally removing yourself. Do not give anyone the power to judge you. If they say what they say, think what they think, let them be. You don't have to fight with what anybody else is saying. The power lies in what you think and believe about yourself, and this is going to reflect in your reality in the long run. If you stop giving your power away to those people, they're going to stop bothering you so much. And it happened to me. It happened to me many times that I stopped giving my energy away to people who were judging me, or people who were even trying to fight with me and trying to control and sometimes even manipulate me and really, really were talking down to me. I just stopped giving that any power. I was like, I don't need to change them. Frankly, I don't care. Even if I loved someone and they were making judgments around me, I was like, I love them. I will always love them, but I do not care what they're saying. Because my love is unconditional, but my self-love is unconditional too. So I removed myself from toxic environments, and just when I saw changed behavior, I started interacting with the people again with stronger boundaries, and I always removed myself when somebody would start to pick a fight with me or would get very toxic. And I think it's beautiful for you to know as well that by removing yourself without judging people, you're actually helping them heal, because now they don't have you to project their judgments on, or you're not reacting, so they are left with their own energy. Don't fight back. Of course, speak up for yourself if you feel that it's helping and if you feel that people are hearing you. But in the case that people are really not hearing you, you don't have to feel dependent on them. It doesn't matter what they think. You are not dependent on the people around you. Start with changing yourself and your self-concept, and when you know that you are not annoying or stupid or in any way less than anyone else, you're not going to be so bothered by them, because you're going to see them, and you're going to see them with compassion. You're going to realize that nothing that they do is about you. They're not bullying you because you're a bad person or because you're less than. They're bullying you because they are unhappy with themselves, they're unhappy with their life. And maybe something in you right now is a match to believing that. That's why it seems so real. Maybe subconsciously you feel like a victim, and that's why you are keeping those experiences in your life. As soon as you stop feeling like a victim, those people will evaporate from your life. All this behavior will change. And that's the next point that I want to talk about. Even if the circumstances in your life are shitty right now, and I hear that you're not in an easy situation, I fully hear that, and I know it's not easy, but you have to stop being the victim and playing the victim role, because this will not serve you. You're not the victim. You have some circumstance in your life, but you are more powerful than any circumstance in your life. So stop buying into the victim mentality and start empowering yourself by telling yourself that I am strong, I am powerful, I am worthy, I am loved, I love myself, I'm always here for myself, and affirm to yourself. Build a great relationship with yourself, build a great energy with yourself. Mainly that works with I am statements, I feel statements, and really create that strong self-confidence that is coming from within you. You don't need anyone else. Yes, I'm very excited about this, because you literally don't need anyone else to validate you. You can start, and I'm going to link the 8-hour affirmation recording here. You can start with the 8-hour affirmation recording, listen to that for 21 days in a row, listen to the other videos that I shared on my YouTube and my Instagram account, in order for you to understand more how to create a change in your life. But you're capable of changing the circumstances, even if you're very young. Generally, remove your focus from others. If you're in that victim mentality, stop focusing on others so much. It's your mentality. Focus on changing your mentality, your feelings. Stop focusing on others. That's just an excuse. Take responsibility. And of course, I don't want to say that abusive or toxic behavior is okay. Of course, it is not. But you need to take care of yourself, and you need to make sure that internally you are removing yourself from those environments. I already said it. And of course, the more toxic it is, you need to also remove yourself physically. But you need to have strong boundaries. So if there's someone in your life that currently you can't remove yourself from because they're maybe a close family member, then you need to have strong boundaries. So what they say doesn't come to you so much. Also, I want to talk briefly about parents because the questions are coming from a teenager, and what they're saying is that their parents don't take them seriously and talk down to them. And basically, I've already answered everything on how to deal with that. But what I also think is very helpful is to realize that your parents, just because they're your parents, doesn't mean that what they say is true or right, or that their behavior is okay in any way. Treat them like you treat any other person internally. Yeah, if what they say is not loving, don't buy into it. Your parents are human beings and they have their own conditioning, and if they're on some level traumatized, which many people are, sometimes they're going to talk bullshit. So you need to realize when what they're saying is painful, you need to stop buying into the BS. And I don't want to be judgmental here, but why I'm calling it bullshit is because if people are disempowering you, I don't care who it is, it's not true. If somebody's disempowering you, they're not worth of your belief. In a sense that you should not believe what they're saying. It doesn't mean that you stop loving them. It doesn't mean that they are not worthy of love and attention and affection. They are, of course. But what they're saying shouldn't impact you. That's what I'm trying to say here. And even if it's your parents, you can keep loving them and you can stop believing their disempowering words. Build a relationship based on the parts that are functioning, based on the loving behavior, but do not buy into disempowering behavior or into toxicity. That's really not healthy. Let me see. Another sentence that came to my mind when I read your message was that people are forcing their opinions on me and they think they have won and they interrupt me. So can you hear the victim mentality here? People are forcing, well, this sounds very much like you are also saying that you're fighting with people. It sounds like you are a lot trying to fight with those people, maybe trying to convince them. You don't need that. If somebody's coming to you with a very toxic energy, first thing I would do, if they're not listening, I would remove myself from the situation, because if they are not willing to communicate with you in a way that is healthy and in a way that is solution oriented, then there's really nothing that you should do in that situation. If they're not listening, there's no need for you to keep on trying to convince them, because they're not really present. They're just acting out old wounds. So stop fighting with people. Stop fighting with people who are not listening. You can always invite someone and talk to them calmly. But if they are just trying to create drama, there's no need to feed into that. Don't feed into that, because you really don't need their validation. So just remove yourself from the situation. And when you stop giving people energy, I already said it, then you are going to see that their behavior is going to change. When you stop feeding into those patterns, it's going to change. Another sentence that I really want you to reflect on is, I'm forced to believe their views. No, you're not. The only thing that can never be conquered is your consciousness. Some people can even physically, they can touch you, they can cross your boundaries, and they can emotionally try to impact you. But if you don't allow it, they cannot get into your mind, and they can also not really impact you emotionally if you really keep on developing a strong self-concept. And again, I know that this is a difficult situation that you're in, but still you are more powerful than any situation that you could possibly encounter. Even if the situation is bad, you are stronger than that. You're not forced to believe anyone. You can, and I know that you're strong, and you can develop your own beliefs, even if other people are toxic in your life. You told me that you were feeling as if you don't deserve happiness and empathy. And also here I want you to really affirm to yourself that I am worthy of empathy. I am worthy of happiness. I am worthy of love. Love comes from within. And by affirming this every day, giving yourself that love, loving yourself, being compassionate with yourself, you're going to start to heal. I promise. That's how I started to heal as well. Start changing your self-concept. And if you hear some background noise, that's my brother in the other room. You told me about your bullying friends, so I wonder what keeps you staying with them. If they're bullying you so much, you might be better off without them, because as you're changing your self-concept, you're going to attract other people into your life who are willing to respect you. So if you're really feeling that you are bullied, I know that it can be helpful to remove yourself from the people until either their behavior has changed or you attracted people into your life who are not presenting that toxic behavior. And there's a high probability that you need to heal something within yourself so that your boundaries are on point and you stop allowing that behavior to happen, because it all starts within ourselves. Even people who are bullying, their behavior sometimes comes out because they kind of subconsciously feel that something within you feels like that is normal. And this might sound cruel, but I just want to make you aware that when we're feeling like a victim, we are unconsciously attracting that in people. It doesn't make it okay, not at all, but if you stop feeling like a victim, you will not attract that behavior from other people so much, or you will stop giving it energy by recognizing that, yes, maybe this person has a toxic belief or toxic behavior which has nothing to do with me. I'm not affected by it. Maybe I can talk with that person about it and they can change their behavior, or I can stop being attracted to toxic behavior, basically. But chances are also, if you heal yourself, you can also help other people heal as well. So let me see if I answered everything. There are a few more questions or parts of the question that I didn't answer. The person goes on talking about feeling like they're in a weaker position as everybody else. Also this self-concept, affirm to yourself that you are worthy, you are strong, you are self-reliant, you are able to deal with any situation. You are on the same level as other people, and start believing in yourself. It's about your self-belief. Don't project your disbelief in yourself onto others. I know that they might feed into the beliefs that you're having, but realize that the healing and the change happens within you. This person goes on saying that they're feeling like they have to be hard in life all the time, so they have to put up this wall, and I can relate to how that feels. I know that when you're in a situation where people are bullying you, people are not respecting you, then it can totally feel that way because you're not in a vulnerable environment where people are sensitive and respecting you. But know that this is going to change. Start expecting people to show up differently. Start expecting for new people to come into your life who are treating you with respect, with the respect that you deserve, and start respecting yourself by taking responsibility, giving yourself love, and in time you will see that you will attract other people into your life. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are able to create a change. You need to fully believe in yourself. You're able to create this change, and you need to start with self-love first. If you expect others to be there for you all the time, it will be difficult, because I know you're right now not in an environment where people are super respectful, so you need to be even more respectful with yourself until people show up differently and or you attract other people into your life. Know that you're enough. You're enough. You don't need anyone else to validate you in order for you to feel that you're worthy and respected. And the last thing that I want to address is that this person said that nothing that they do would change a thing anyway, and everything is useless. This sounds like you're almost spiraling a little bit into the direction of depression. So start becoming aware of those thoughts and say, this is a symptom of low energy, and I'm not going to spiral down. I'm going to give myself so much love, and I'm going to become so self-aware that these thoughts have no power over me. I am able to create a change. It's not useless. I'm able to create a change. I am going to change my life completely, and this in fact is going to empower me even more, because I've been here, I've been down, I've been feeling so heavy, and I know that I never want to experience this again, and I want to be more powerful than any depressed thought that I could possibly think. You are creating your reality with your thoughts, your emotions, your belief system. So start creating that change today. Start listening to the 8-hour affirmation recording. Start changing your subconscious mind. Start taking ownership. Start taking responsibility. You are the change. Be the change. Be there for you. Don't buy into disempowering thoughts. Don't disempower yourself. There are enough people out there disempowering you. Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. You can create a change. And with that being said, I thank you so much for asking your questions. Please let me know if this was helpful, and I'm going to create more videos in the future. Thank you so much for being here. Please believe in yourself. Please believe in yourself. Go back to the meditation that I've posted on YouTube and on Instagram, to the heart meditation, and start connecting with your heart. This is literally so important. Your heart is healing you. Your heart is going to stop your mind from running around in circles and self-doubt. Please, please believe in yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I believe in you. And I'm so glad that you asked these questions and gave me the opportunity to be there for you. And now I wish you a beautiful rest of the day. I hope that this was helpful. And before I repeat myself more, have a lovely evening. Bye bye.